Your sweatpants? No, I can't see your sweatpants. Gary, I can't see your sweatpants either.
Can you see my red wine?
I
I
got
can see your
motorcycle
red
boots.
wine. And with that, I think we'll start it up.
Things are falling in the
Good
studio.
stuff. Good stuff. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my friend at home. Hello. Thank you for joining us this evening in the late night playset. My name is Jay Ryan, and Mrs. Ryan is on assignment. We've got a great hour planned for you this evening. Our guests are already sitting with us. We have that Portia girl. Hello, Laura. And we have
Hi.
Gary Schechner. Hi, Gary.
Jay, good to see you.
You guys are here today representing each other, but also Porsche gear, correct? That Porsche gear?
Tomorrow's the big holiday. We're excited to celebrate it.
Tomorrow's 9/11.
Oh, that didn't even occur to me. That's right. We're taking it back. We're taking it back, making it good again.
Yeah, it's not a great day, but it can be better.
Well, what's going on with you guys? Welcome aboard. To everybody at home, we're just going to be talking about all the stuff that's going on since both Laura and Gary were on the show the first time. They have launched multiple brands. They're doing all sorts of things. They're everywhere on social media and coming out with all sorts of new content for you to buy. Such as this. We'll probably talk about this one in a little bit. This one is literally fresh out of the mailbox. I ran down to get it 5 minutes before the show. Because Gary said it arrived already. We're going to be talking about those guys, and we're going to be doing a TBT, and it's Thursday, so of course we'll do the TBT. East Coast feed as well, because it's an anniversary of something kind of fun I just wanted to show everybody. And we're going to be talking about Mrs. Ryan and what the two of us have been up to lately, and basically the week, how everybody's been. It's actually been 2 weeks, because we missed last week doing the Tuesdays with Tori. So, Laura, let's start with you. I love your shirt. Who was it designed by?
I don't know the guy's name. I'm playing it. I'm playing it. I'm looking opposite, and I'm like, what's it doing? I'm not sure of the guy's name. I think his name is Gary. This guy, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have become quite the team.
That's a good way to describe it.
Well, I mean it in a good way, obviously. Tell us what's been going on with you guys since you both were here separately.
Well, a lot's happened, actually. I feel like when was I there originally? In like February or
Yeah, February, March. So we went live
kind
in
of.
May.
Yeah, so we during COVID it was really weird because we I didn't really want to launch anything during that time because it just seemed weird. I didn't know what to do, and then eventually everyone was launching T-shirt lines, and I'm like, well, we've been working on this forever. We should do it. So we did, and it worked out. We're
Yeah,
doing well.
we started with the first shirt that you guys showed on the show. Actually, the Laura was wearing on the show, and
Oh,
then
okay.
since then,
That's not the one I was just wearing a few minutes ago. That was separate.
no, no, right. That was
That's
that
right.
was
When
proof
Laura
of
was
concept.
here, she was actually wearing one. That's right.
Yep, yep. That was proof of concept. And then since that time, so we went live May the 6th. And since that time, we've introduced over 30 SKUs and have a number of the 911 family, as well as the Cayman, the Boxster, and the 356s all covered. It's been really exciting. We've had really good feedback, and we're excited about what the future holds as well.
That was kind of my main question. I mean, I look at the designs. We know the designs are great. How is it received by people?
It's been going really well, and it's actually branched out nicely for us internationally. We have a great partnership as well going with Auto Farm. You
Oh,
may
I
have
love
seen
those
their
guys.
stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So we've spun off some things, pun intended, with the Fuchs wheels. Ah, Jay, I saw that eyeball roll.
Just checking in with my
Oh,
friend at
yeah.
home, making sure we were on the same page.
Puns and dad jokes all day long.
It's been really great. It's been yeah. It's better than we expected, and it's amazing how quickly it's come together. So we're excited about what the future holds as well, and we're always open to hearing from the audience and the customers as well as to ways that we can make it work better for them. So
Well, I'll tell
very
you
nice.
this. I see your shirts on other people at, like Breakfast Club, and then also just at the whatever few car events there are in LA. You spot the stuff, obviously, and on social media, it's been everywhere. So many of our friends or people that we follow are showing up with your stuff, and there's some designs that are maybe like you did with us, personalized to them, and then some just they're just buying your stuff, which I think is
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah. It's been exciting.
Yeah, Gary, like I'll say, we need a 964, and he'll be like, okay, it's in the store right now. I'm like, oh god. He designs, gets it up. He's really fast. It's been amazing. Almost like a lot. Like it's been a lot for me because I can't even believe how fast he works, and I can hardly keep up with the social media part of it because he's designing away, and I get my texts in the morning around 5:30, and then I wake up 3 hours later, and I go, okay, you've been working, huh? And he's like, yep, gotta get it done.
Right.
We're almost at the point, Jay, where we complete each other's sentences too.
Well, that's
But
a good partnership, right? I mean, you kind of want that, right?
Sure.
usually it's if he's gonna say
Sure.
something, I'll end it with something very nerdy, and it completes in sentence. I call him Greg Brady because he's very groovy.
Oh, that's funny.
He's very groovy.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm literally sitting. You asked where I was before, and I was like, "Can you see me?" I'm sitting about 2 blocks from Greg Brady's bedroom and the rest of the Brady house.
I've been there. I love it. Yeah, it's awesome.
You
So, Jay,
go
just to
ahead.
kind of leak something else out, I've been watching the show and been a fan of the show for quite some time, and I'm a little bit of a spoiler alert, but I think we're going to add an additional potential partnership and collaboration with Pinstripe Chris.
Oh, that just makes me happy because I love that guy so much.
Yeah, yeah, he and I have had a couple of sit down opportunities, and we're trying to figure out a way to kind of make our two forms of artwork work well together. And so it'll also, when it comes to the Porsche stuff, it'll come underneath the that Porsche gear as well.
How cool.
Yeah,
How is the I mean, did you is this this is sort of an assumption I've had all along, that Porsche girl, that Porsche gear, right? That's where that came from. It's very easy, I'm assuming.
yeah.
For
Actually, the fun story behind it was is that when Laura and I started to talk about it, I have always used acronyms for people, which is great because you only use an acronym for your own name. But when Laura and I first connected, I immediately just had her in my phone as TPG. And then when she started the idea with the T-shirts and the test, I was like, well, let's do TPG. We tried to find that as the URL, but actually the reality was it was easier for us to just get that Porsche gear. So it really truly fell into place freakishly quick.
Yeah, yeah. Nothing
oh,
goes
that's
slow around here. Nothing. Everything
no,
is
that's
high.
great. I mean, it's fun watching you guys, but it's a whirlwind. It's like they just put something out. They're doing something else. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't.
All right. Well, where I was going with that was TPG is sort of the short thing, and I noticed it, when I undid my my shirt here. By the way, they sent one for Mrs. Ryan as well. I should open it
Yep.
as well, just
Yeah.
to make sure everybody knows that
We
while
have
I'm on
it
assignment,
silk
she's
screened
also
into the
here.
neck. We have them
um,
silk screened into the neck. It's nice because people don't really like a tag in the shirt,
yeah,
and we think it adds a little bit of a premium to the shirt itself.
I totally agree. It just when I saw the TPG, it just I was like, oh, TLG. It was already in my Porsche family brain. It's like you guys aren't even intending to, but you're sort of being familiar across the board, which is obviously a great thing when you're trying to launch a brand.
Yeah, yeah, and again, we launched it on the heels of Laura's presence, right? So that Porsche girl, that Porsche gear, just
So
just
cool.
it all works.
Well, Laura, we should talk about that because I hadn't been over. I mean, I follow your Instagram, obviously, and I'm liking your stuff, and I share your stuff, but I hadn't really kind of paid attention to like your numbers and stuff. I'm pretty sure last time you were here, you had just broken 10, or maybe the first time you were here, you had just broken 10,000, and that was like a big deal. I just looked a few minutes ago. You're over 20. You're 20 something.
Yeah, I have to say it has gone insane, and to the point where I really wanted to get to 20,000 on my birthday, which was August 16,
Okay.
and I got to 19.5, and I was like, because I knew I could get there, but then it just really slowed down, and I was kind of like I was getting maybe 20 or 30 followers a day. Normally I get like 50 as an average, so I was kind of going, I'm going to get it by my birthday. That's going to be awesome. And I was like, all right, I'm happy with that. By the end of August, I'm going to have 20,000. That'll be cool. And I think it was Odie Carrera posted a picture of me just holding the peace sign. And I woke up and I thought I was like, oh, maybe I'll be over whatever. And I was up 400 or 500 since the night
Oh.
before, since
Oh.
midnight. And I was like, what is going on? Like, who's talking? What's up? Am I going to be arrested? What's going on? And then, so that whole day and a half, I got 1,000 followers in a day and a half. And I was even like, slow down. It looks like I'm buying my followers.
Right. I've had that
And
before.
I promise you, I still have not bought followers. It went crazy. And now I'm getting like 30 again. So
But you've always been, forgive me for cutting it. You've always been so smart about the algorithm stuff and about, feeding the algorithm, you always say, and all that stuff. You're really, really good about it. I'm wondering, like, is there some threshold where you pass 2,000 and they're like, or 20,000, excuse me, and they're like, oh, this one's on a roll, and they blast it out to more people? I mean, is it kind of that where there's a momentum game to it too, like a snowball rolling?
I think you just have to be constantly posting, and I do call out a lot of people, so sometimes they repost what I've done, and I think that gets me a little bit of attention, hopefully.
Okay.
I don't know. But
what do you mean call out people?
I think the fact that you are so responsive to people, I mean, I think that people do feel the connection with her, as much as you can have a connection.
Are we grainy to you?
You look lovely.
Oh, because it's very spotty for us. So I don't know if you're seeing bad graininess, but if you got something clear.
Is the light okay? Because
is the light
I love that we're talking about. We did a test before the show. Everything worked great. And that's what, and then these guys before the show went and moved locations. They're like, "Hey, we're outside now."
Is it pixelated?
No, you look great.
Wow. Okay, good. It's on our side then. We can't see anything. But anyway, so it's been pretty cool. But I do interact with my followers a lot. I try to give everyone credit and do all that kind of stuff. And I think it goes both ways. I'll tag people and they'll tag me, and everyone takes care of everyone. It's been an interesting thing. And I feel like I'm on Instagram way too much.
Well, but it sounds, what makes me happy is you're not playing the algorithm so much as you're playing with the community. You're interacting with the community, which is kind of what it's for.
Yeah. And going to the events and doing just being available and posting good content, because like, I really love searching for like the perfect picture. And lately I've been doing a lot more shoots. So I've been able to do my own cars, and that's been fun. And just, getting cool photographers who want to work with me and photograph the cars. And so now it's going to be a lot more of me probably, but I'm going to pepper it in with some great,
well, that's what happens when you stop taking the pictures and other people start taking them of you. Like, you end up being in more. And that's probably not that strange or foreign to you, given your background, right?
Yeah, no, it's funny because part of me was not wanting to be as much in there and be more about the cars, but little by little, you end up in more pictures. So it's weird. I think the whole thing is a little bit weird. So I have these moments where I'll be like, what am I doing? What is this all about? But it's been really fun. I mean, so many cool things have happened, and the t-shirt line, and
wait until we announce the Starbucks and the Panerai deals.
Shout out to Starbucks.
Going big.
And Panerai.
That's funny. Well, would you guys, let's see, why don't we do a quick East Coast feed, since you guys are supposedly fans of the show. You know who these people are. These guys sent a lovely message to me the other day. It was my birthday over the weekend, and I didn't get to play it the other day with Tori, and I felt bad. So if you don't mind, do a quick East Coast feed, check in with them, and then I'll show you a quick something else after. All right, roll it out.
Okay, wait, let it record. Okay, now you can say it.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Uncle Jay. We miss you here. Coraline, tell Uncle Jay, what did we do today? Tell him what we do.
We were playing the bike in the front.
Yeah.
And we were playing with my sandbox.
Yeah. Well, stay in the picture, kids. Stay in the picture.
And
Where did we go?
and we went on a hike.
In Bethel. And we went to brunch.
Mm-hmm.
And you had donuts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay.
Happy birthday, Mom.
So we gotta go. Bye, Uncle Jay.
Bye.
There she goes. There.
Oh, thank you for indulging me. Thank you. So a quick story
Jay.
about that guy. What's that?
Uncle Jay, it was your birthday? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Sunday was my birthday. I'm wearing my birthday shirt. You didn't notice?
That's what we got you.
See,
We're
I just
happy.
asked Gary. He goes, it was last week. He knows exactly when it was. He's my My
Jay and I go back and forth pretty often.
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday. I feel terrible. I didn't wish you one earlier.
We got him a shirt.
Oh, we did.
You did. I'm wearing it. It's beautiful. And Gary, you remember the 369? Completely unrelated. I was also born on 9/6, so I mean, there's that as well. So it's all in there.
Yeah.
You put it all in there. For anybody else, there's all sorts of little Easter eggs in here. If you buy
were
one
the
of
art
these shirts.
director on this, Jay. Don't sell yourself short.
Okay, I'll take it. I took the picture of my gauges. That's what I did. That's my contribution. All right, so a quick thing about those guys. Obviously, you guys know the East Coast feed from our show. It's my best friend from like, I don't know, I was probably 18 or so. I was 18 actually when I met him because my dad had just died. I was working at Saturn, and he worked at Saturn already, and that's how we met. And much later in life, he always wanted to get into like voiceovers and acting and stuff like that. So while I don't have the power to get him into voiceovers or acting, whenever I did have the opportunity to put him in something, I always did. So be it this show, they got engaged right here on this show. And then 4 years ago today, thank you Facebook very much, I was doing a national commercial. I don't remember what, I'm not going to say too much about it, but I know it was NFL and ESPN related. And I think it was maybe Nationwide Insurance. I can't really remember. But anyway, it was a commercial for the football. And we shot it in Connecticut. And if you look all the way on the right there's our buddy, East Coast Feed. We put him in the commercial.
Did he have a line? Did he get his SAG card?
No, it wasn't a union shoot, I don't think. No, it wasn't. Couldn't have been a union shoot because of how we were doing it. But it came up today, and I just thought I forgot all about this even happening, and I just wanted to give him a shout out because I love him. So that's been the East Coast Feed.
My favorite anecdote of the East Coast Feed, by the way, has been when he's been in the BMW Service Center and he showed the jacked up M8 drivetrain.
Was it the carbon fiber drive shaft had like completely shredded?
Yeah,
that was nuts.
I was surprised that he showed it. Like, I'm surprised that BMW wasn't like all over him for it.
I wasn't surprised he showed it. I've been surprised that we've had videos since. Yeah, for the same reason you just mentioned. There were a couple other customer ones though that I couldn't believe he showed. Like there was one that had the entire car was infested with ants, nothing but ants all over the wire harnesses and everything, just ants, like an Indiana Jones movie. And then there was another one where the whole car was probably totaled because, and I don't know if it was a prank or an accident or how this all happened, but there was dog food, like kibble, everywhere. Like maybe they filled the car with kibble as a joke and then you couldn't get it out from under the carpets and in the seats and everything, or maybe the bag fell over on a 5-hour road trip and you didn't pull over to the end. Like I don't know how it happened, but just absolutely disgusting stuff.
Yeah, he needs like every once in a while just to drop the carnage footage. That's so great. I find it incredibly entertaining.
I'm so with you. It gives me a thrill that you actually watch the show and actually know who these people are. Because, in our mind, we're just doing it for ourselves. It's kind of funny.
Gary's always there.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's, again, how Chris and I were able to connect. I listened and watched the show and then reached out to him, and he was immediately following up with me. And we've had a couple of coffee and creative sessions together. And can't speak specifically to how it's going to work yet, but expect to see something kind of cool from the two of us working together.
I will say this, that makes me so happy, not just because you guys should work well together, but like, I don't know if I can't remember if we explained it on the show or not, but how we met was kind of weird. I don't actually remember it being weird, but I think he does. It was at a mutual thing at Auto Kennel or whatever, and I think he thinks he said something awkward or whatever, and then after that he then acted awkward because of it. And it was like this whole thing that we somehow overcame by both being kind of weird.
Yeah.
And for some reason I just have this kind of like attachment to, well, you know me, I'm weird, so I'm attracted to other people who are a little bit weird. Gary, I love you.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
In the best way. I know that Porsche girl's like, nothing weird about this one over here in the blonde.
Nothing at all.
No.
Laura, how has life changed for you, Laura? Since when you were here, 10,000 followers was a big deal. Over 20 and climbing quickly is really something. And I know that you were just a person who used to go to these events, and now you're that Porsche girl at the events. How has it changed for you?
It's funny. I don't really. People don't. There's every once in a while I'll get someone approach me, and maybe they don't have pictures up on their Instagram, so I don't really know who they are, or maybe it's just because I'm starting to get so many that I feel bad if I don't know who everyone is. Um, but I feel like in California we all know each other, and it's just like whatever. You're Lara. Nobody. I don't think there's any excitement behind it. I don't know. It's so weird.
Well, don't play
But
it
yeah,
down either, though. I mean, you know what? One thing you did say to me on the phone the other day was that you have a large international following, which doesn't surprise me. But where are your people?
yeah, a lot of people who follow me are French because I speak French. So
Oh,
I'll chat with them. I'm actually getting my French back up to speed. I used to speak it a lot, but now it's been good for me because it kind of puts me back in practice. It's like 2 glasses of wine and 2 weeks in France, and I'm dreaming in it. But at this point, if you're not speaking every day, you kind of lose it. So I go on all the lives of the French guys and stuff, and I've made friends with some French people, and a lot of we have Ian
Hmm.
from
Scotland.
Scotland,
Hmm.
and he just likes my feed, and so I chat with him, and he's really
he
sweet. And
what?
we've made it,
Oh, your feed. Oh, gee whiz. Okay,
my feet. He likes my
I heard
feet.
feet. He just likes my feet. I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
you heard correctly. He
and
likes my
she's
feet.
playing right into it. I'm like, this is not the Laura I know.
So I have another account called that Porsche feet. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. Porsche better.
Tune
Yeah,
in.
right.
My feet will be on display. No, no. So I have people all over the world, and it's been really fun to interact with people. Like even when COVID was hitting, a lot of the European people were warning America, saying, "Hey, what are you guys doing out there? Because it's really bad. You guys should really close down. What's going on? Are you still working?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's going on? Everything seems fine here." And then, of course, we got hit. But so I feel like uh, just being in touch with the European crowd has been really fun for me, and just I love Italy. I don't know if I speak French, but I love Italy. I want to move there eventually, so I
Oh,
have a
that's a
lot of
nice little tidbit.
yeah.
You've
I
traveled
mean,
there a
like
lot, or have you ever lived
yeah,
there? Or
yeah. I want to. I think it's one of the most wonderful countries in the world. I don't I don't care about their politics or if they're educated or whatever. It's beautiful. So
well, and I've always heard the people
love it.
too. Something about the people, the passion in the people there.
Yeah, and I think I really love when people sit down at a table and enjoy a great meal and have some red wine and talk for hours, and they don't jump up to do the dishes. Like I feel like in America, it's like, well, it's 8 o'clock, it's time to do the dishes. Let's get up, and you
No,
can,
that culture is all about the hang. It's all about the
yeah,
hang.
oh yeah, just hanging out and drinking wine and talking to people and connecting, and I love
Yeah,
that.
that's
And
that's quality time. That's how we used to
yeah,
connect with people
yeah, it doesn't happen
before this
anymore.
bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, if you come to dinner with me, I will make you stack your phone. And I'm on my phone a lot, but
You
I
won't need to
don't
make me,
charge.
girl. I'll be right there with you. I support my whole thing in life is that I mean, I love looking at the pictures, but I don't tell people to watch our show or any show whatever on their phone even though I know people are doing it. I feel like that's the end. I feel like that's the end somehow. I love looking at the pictures and stuff, but the content, I don't get it. Listening is
When you
different. Listening is whatever, then you're in the world, you're interacting. I get that one. But like
when you
really
see a
just
guy, when you see a guy sitting across from a beautiful girl and he's like this, I mean, I will stare at him until he stops. Like
and he's not taking a picture of the beautiful girl, right?
no,
Or
he's just
okay.
reading sports stuff, and
Ugh.
and it happens so much. And I have friends that'll come out, and they all they want to do is hang out, and then they'll be on their phones, and I'll be like, stack it, or otherwise you're paying. So we stack our phones and we talk, and I mean, we never get on our phones, and I'm always on my phone. So like because I feel like all my work is off of my phone. That Porsche girl's off my phone, and so we go to brunch
Right, exactly.
a
It's
lot.
brunch phone is down, alcohol is up.
Alcohol up, brunch phone down.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
live life.
Which, by the way, you're more than welcome to join us for a brunch session.
Yeah.
Thanks. I don't think I could keep up. I used to do all of that stuff. Mrs. Ryan did too. And when we stopped drinking, it was like, I can't keep up with any of this. I really can't.
Oh,
It's so funny.
you don't want to be with us then.
Well, it's we both say
Yes,
that
it's
too
like
because it's not like we're in AA or anything. I mean, we both stopped drinking like for health reasons. So
Yeah.
theoretically, like I could drink right now if I wanted to. So it
We
is one
should
of those
do that
things. Oh
too.
man, if it's so much fun, like one of those days, I'm just gonna need a ride home.
Yeah. Yeah. We should do it for health reasons as well. We've made terrible choices in our life, obviously. No.
Over and over, though. It's like you keep
I-
relearning it.
Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about, but
All right, quickly, can we switch gears over to Gary just for a second? Gary, I want to hear about not only your road trip, but I want to hear why you took the road trip, what it was about, and then anything you want to tell us about the trip,
Sure.
because I've been wanting to check with whatever. We've been wanting to do this for a while, so we may as well do it for everybody.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to share it. So I turned 50 last month. Actually,
Gross.
you, Laura, and I actually have birthdays within 2.5 weeks of each other.
yeah.
Oh, well then happy birthday to you both as well.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
This is what we got ourselves.
Thank you.
It was one of those things where I had been planning to do a ride anyway. I'd like to get on the motorcycle for multiple days at a time, and I had planned to do a 10-day trip over 2,000 miles up and down the California coast. And my end destination was the Lost Coast, and I wanted to celebrate, and I used the air quotes for that, by myself at the Lost Coast. And so this trip basically was my way of kind of doing an escape, a little bit of a creative recharge. And just as my own like little personal plug on the show right now, we've launched Abstract RPM as its own entity outside of that Porsche gear. So I've taken
okay.
this idea of, what we started with the gauge art and the rebadging from Porsches only to basically all things cars, motorcycles, and racing. So I wanted to use that time as a way to kind of do my own little restart. And the motorcycle is really its own form of therapy for me. So for those of the folks listening at home, most of the ride was done on the Coast Highway, so all the way up to San Francisco, and then from San Francisco cut back over to the coast to Stinson Beach, Muir Woods. And then my end destination was the Lost Coast, which is roughly about the border of Oregon. And along
Holy
the way,
crow.
it was so amazing.
I mean, I've taken the train up there. It's a long ride.
Yeah. And I didn't obviously do it all in one day. I actually got there in about 4.5, 5 days. I had some misadventures along the way. So, Jay, I know you've been following my Instagram. You know that one of the days I had a couple of things go sideways, including a brand new rear tire that went flat. I ran over something. So
That was the one that bummed me out because that would have just ruined my trip right there.
Yeah, and it was funny because that was the second bad part of the same day where I caught the rainstorm and the lightning storms on the coast that are actually the ones that ignited the fires that are happening up there. So I'm in a torrential rainstorm, lightning around me, and I go to zip up my riding suit, and I end up pulling the zipper off. And
Oh, grand.
yeah, it was one of those moments. I won't talk about the brand because they're terrific.
You're working with
No,
They're-
I say grand, like oh damn it. It was a sarcastic grand.
Yeah, so I get off the bike and I'm dealing with all this in the rain.
sarcastic, so he totally got that.
Yeah.
It did not go missed.
Oh,
Trust
good.
me.
So I got off the bike. I'm taking the suit off. It's raining. There's lightning. There's big trees around me. I think that this is probably a recipe for my death. So I decided to backtrack.
Yeah, did you have a nice tall metal rod of any sort to stick into the air?
Yeah, well, I figured
Just
the
make
bike
it quick.
itself was the lightning rod. So I ended up backtracking through the rain. I'm in this like motorcycle suit that's only like half open. I had jerry rigged a cable lock to kind of keep it closed.
Oh my
I'm
god.
basically limping myself and the bike back to civilization, and I'm about 10 miles out from Santa Rosa when I run over something, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So
I could just see you now on the side of the road looking up at the sky. So this is 50.
That was I mean, it was almost
Exactly.
like that, but honestly, it's so. Besides the fact that it always leads to great stories on the back end of things, it's sort of like one of those. All right, can you just learn to roll with that? And so it was very, in a way, cathartic. Not only that, it lightened my wallet by about $3,000 between needing a new riding suit, tire. That was actually the one night I was supposed to be camping on the coast. So I went from a $35 campsite to a $400 room in Santa Rosa
I
hotel.
feel like you made the right choice on that one. I feel like that's exactly what you needed that night.
Yeah, yeah. It was so all in all, it was amazing. I'm in the process of trying to edit the GoPro software down to something digestible, but truly some of the most spectacular roads and experiences on the motorcycle. And that's truly, I mean, in addition to my artwork, it's the most self-fulfilling thing I can do is spend the time on the bike.
Oh my gosh, that is wonderful to hear.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
well,
So
what
this
did you
50.
do while? I mean, that is definitely a story, but that now you're there. Like, how was the trip? Like, did
Oh,
you?
it was amazing. Yeah, so I think you may have seen more than one of my posts as well. So it turned out that when I arrived at the destination turning point, which I was going to spend 2 nights there, I had the most spectacular sunset right off of the balcony that overlooked the ocean, and that was the last night of my 40s before I turned 50 the next day, and so it sort of like solidified why you go and do these types of things. So the trip itself was amazing. I had a chance to catch up with friends that I've known for most of my life along the
Oh
way.
man.
In terms of like visiting folks in the Bay Area, I had a chance to ride with a friend that rode with me for a couple of days. So again, I can't say enough good things about that time on the road, and I've got my next trip already planned.
Any road trip kind of does this for me, but it sounds like this was a good soul searching trip.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, just to overshare to you and Laura and to the audience, is like I just never really like a big deal made about me. And so by being out of pocket for my birthday and away from all of that, it felt better for me to do it that way.
Brother, I don't know how or why, but I'm connected to you, and that makes perfect sense to me.
You had me at hello,
It
Jay.
makes no sense to me whatsoever. I want the biggest party ever.
Well, I know what it was for me, and mine's like really, really personal. We talked about me being born on 9/6. I happened to be born on my mother's birthday, and she was a bit of a character my whole life. So it was kind of always her birthday. And kind of didn't really want the spotlight, you know?
Right.
That's funny.
So that's what it was for me. Do you have anything like that made you that way, Gary? Like, why is yours
Uh,
that way?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure my parents are going to watch this afterwards, like they watched the last one. So I don't know how much I'm ready to share that way. But no, I
Fair
mean,
enough.
I've always grown up in a very loving family, and so I think,
Not trying
you
to
know,
get you to dish.
no, I know. I think that you kind of picked up on it as well when we had the first interview together, which is I want to spend less time talking about me and more time kind of getting to know the person I'm sitting across the table from. So
Yeah.
it's just that's my ammo.
Did you just hear that terrible noise?
Well, I heard something. I'm hoping it was like a dog sneezing or a neighbor moving furniture.
It's super close, but the 911 just started up. We just changed the carbs out, and this is when he's choosing.
Oh, I
rev.
hear. Oh, now it's revving. Sure, the computer's trying to cut it out, but I do hear it.
I want to kill him.
Vroom.
The engine monkey is working on the engine, and now the smoke is just going to come this way. Yeah, we just put new carbs in. By
I didn't
we,
know.
I mean,
I didn't know he was an engine monkey too. Did you sell your? Was it? Did you have Weber's for sale?
we had, well, yes. Oh my God, I'm going to
I'll
kill
go.
him. Yeah, go tell him.
You know, the amazing thing is we can hear you guys fine, so just keep going if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, just tell him to shut up then. Yeah, we sold Weber carbs and we put in some PMOs, and wow, they're bigger and more beautiful and apparently louder.
Apparently louder.
And this is the moment he's decided to do it. He can't wait. So yeah.
You know what? I mean, this is a great time. If you want, we could do a TBT real quick. It's only a couple minutes. And the one we have today, I believe, you know what? I'm not actually sure what it is, but it's loaded up in here. Everybody, it's Thursday, and on Thursday, this is what we do. It's TBT time. Roll it, Hal.
Twitter.
And Twitter. What about Instagram? No Instagram?
No, I gotta get to there. Yeah, I
Okay.
was saying so. And you were... Good morning.
PCA San Gabriel Valley region. Good
Yes.
morning from morning shift. Yes, that's correct. We are here at the Porsche Experience Center, Los Angeles, walking around. Oh, well, it's, it surprised me at the end there. It's over. Thanks for being with us for the TBT, guys.
Of course.
Those always get me. I guess that was last year. It was my birthday last year. So there you go. It was one year ago.
What year is your 997? Is it 2008?
Our car is 2005. Built in 2004 though.
Oh, the wheels. What wheels are those? Am I wrong? I thought it was. Your wheels look like. I thought they were older or newer. Sorry.
It's funny you say that. When we bought the car, it had newer 911 wheels on it. It had the turbo wheels from the 997, and I actually took those off and put the lobsters on that should have come on the car because I like them better. I like the look of them without the center cap. They just look and with the studs instead of the lugs. For some reason, it just looks a little more like old schooly to me, and I like that.
How's Breakfast Club going these days? Are you guys seeing bigger numbers show up?
Yeah, it's a weird thing lately. Thanks for asking. And it's been more than a half an hour, so we've turned the tables, and Gary has now switched the interview. I like it. Love it. I'm ready. Breakfast Club has been great. I am so fond of what it is and what we've got up there. I feel so lucky. It hasn't been technically Breakfast Club, Good Vibes Breakfast Club since COVID. It's been kind of like an unofficial donuts and distancing thing we've been doing. We don't really post about it, but everybody still goes, kind of thing. Not dissimilar to Malibu. It's like there's no organizer, there's no actual event, but if people go and congregate, like all you can do is tell them to leave, right? Nobody can get in trouble for that.
Right.
That was our feeling anyway. So that was a very long way to say it's been great. There have been a lot of people lately, a lot of new people, and then I think because of COVID, of people who hadn't been able to come for a while because of work or whatever started to come again, which is kind of nice. And and then people like Smoking Tire talking about it on his show definitely brings in a different, brings in a little bit more of the new audience, so to speak.
Yeah, that studio vibe there is pretty beautiful too.
Thank you very much. I was going to say I don't know how much you've seen or how much do you watch that show or do you listen to it at all?
I have. I've watched it.
Yeah. So that like it's a big difference being in like a real space like this versus I think they used to do it in a office above his dentist. He said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a big difference energetically over there, and we've done the show. In fact, I don't want to turn this into the Jay Ryan plug show, but Mrs. Ryan and I were actually on the show yesterday. I was filling in, and Vinny Russo was the guest down from Florida. And it was actually a great episode, really good. I heard that. Was that something in a 911 also?
No, that's my FedEx guy or something.
It's always something.
We haven't soundproofed the studios yet. We have to sell a few more T-shirts.
The soundproofing is really.
Oh, you guys are the best.
He's been working out there for quite some time. There's like a million things going on.
It always seems to be the moment you do try to record something is when it happens. I did the Solopreneur Hour podcast a couple weeks ago with Michael O'Neill, the wrench guy, and we were doing it in his garage where he's doing this Porsche build, and he's like, this never has happened before, but like 6 trucks just beep 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 and all outside the whole time we were trying to do it. I feel like that's just sort of Murphy's Law.
Yep.
All right, so what else should we talk about? What else is new with you guys? What else did we not, I don't want to say plug, but I can say, I guess, plug. What haven't we talked about professionally and then also personally?
I mean, professionally,
You got some things cooking.
I have
It's
some
really kind
things
of cool.
cooking. uh, working on possibly doing uh, a TV show of some sort.
Well, obviously,
It's
we think this is a good idea. How much can you say?
it's just in the beginning stage. It's I've been not. It's in the progressive stages right now, and so it's just kind of it's hard because of the time period. Um,
You
and
mean the commitment?
No, no, it's hard because of COVID and just not being able to have
Oh,
events. And like I was supposed to do a rally in right around now, actually, in France, um, and that didn't happen. So they're doing it next year. Jerry Bleinberg invited me to do the pro cruiser ri- riding rally, and that was in going to be in France, Paris, going down to Monaco,
well,
and so
that
that got
sounds lovely. Hopefully, that's just
canceled.
postponed and
Awful.
not canceled.
Who wants to do that? So
Yeah,
no,
right. You need a
so
co-driver by any chance?
yeah, I know. Actually, yeah, I was going to try to get GI Jen to come with me. So we're, a lot of things
That's
have been
such an
presented.
obvious choice. What about GIJ?
I know, right? Yeah,
I
so I
think
just
Instagram will blow up a little more with you two.
maybe, yeah, she's awesome, and she's done rallies before. I have not done rallies, so I'm a driver, but I haven't done rallies. So
Oh, she's
I'll
old
just
hat.
go.
I mean, she's been doing
Yeah,
that stuff for like, oh, I don't want to say like, whatever. She's definitely a pro.
I just put my foot to the floor and then I just get there, and so that's how we're gonna get it done. You know, I'm kind of a speed demon, but yeah, so it's gonna be really fun when we can actually do that, and a lot of things like that, have come to us, and now it's just kind of a bummer because as I'm kind of getting some traction, not we can't really do the things that we want to do, and the events aren't happening like we want, and um, so it's kind of slowed things down, but I can't complain because it's been kind of fast anyway. But
Well, for sure,
yeah, so that
it sounds wonderful. I mean, just to have opportunities coming at you is always, to be on this, it's always
yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there anything you can tell us about any potential TV show? Did somebody come to you with an idea, or is it a production company's involved, or you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah, and it's in I don't know how much I
Development?
can. It's in development, and so really what we're going to be working on is just doing some filming and getting up just so people know who I am. So selling the project will be easier if I'm just really working on keeping my following going, and so that there'll be interest to actually see me doing it. And it's obviously me car culture and um, you know uh, me and exploring all of that with you know people and events. I don't know what I can say, so it's just like awkward situation. But yeah, it's an exciting time, and it's just really hard because filming is still socially distant and that kind of stuff. So
Well,
it's
and the events that you would normally go film at are not occurring.
and they're
It's
not
hard to
occurring.
get new content.
Yeah, and so it's kind of it's just kind of let us focus on what we want to do going forward and how we're going to attack it. But at this point, I don't know that anything's really going to be going until 2022. So it really is a bummer, But
Just know that you're not alone in that. I've heard that from literally everybody in the business. Anything that was greenlit before got shelved, and
yeah,
anything that was like even close got pushed out. And now they've got empty coffers and a lot of people who want to go to work, and it's sort of in the same boat. So it's not like they're not going to do anything till 2022. It's like all of this ramp up needs to start again. All the momentum that life had has stopped, and that's the same in the
yeah.
movie business or the film business.
And there is a desire for content because people are at home and they're watching. So it's really hopefully we can figure it out. But in the meantime,
I
we're
think
just
the
kind
wave
of
will be bigger in the end. I think the wave, like you just said, the desire will be there, the demand will be there.
yeah. And that's what we're finding is like the desire is there. It's just the events and the things that we want to you know circle around is it's it's getting harder and harder to get that off the ground. But we're still plodding along and meeting with people, and we have filmers and stuff that are excited. So um, that's good. And then just, I've been filming a lot and beating the cars up. Oh my God. Like it's been a lot. Like I've been going downtown and doing a lot of shooting and um, just different people have been wanting to shoot with me. So that's been fun. But you have to be social distant a little bit, and then you have to work with parameters that aren't that easy when it comes to filming. But at the same time, we have open roads, and so that's been good for us too.
100%. Yeah, the open roads have been nice. I noticed in your feed lately, I don't know, it was a couple of weeks ago, it's probably when it was. I made a comment about it to you. You definitely did a big LA loop, but it sounds like now that may be a few different shoots. Some of the content you're putting up lately is, I mean, everything's always great, but some of the more personalized that Porsche girl content that you're putting up lately. Some of the LA locations you found, some of the more architectural stuff with you in the turbo, stuff like that. I posted one today, as a matter of fact, with
Oh,
promoting
you
you
did?
being on
Oh,
the
yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah.
And
That's
I
from
just think that
a
stuff is
friend.
so cool. It's the type of stuff you see, like I do similar stuff sometimes. I just love it. I just love it. I love looking at it. I love doing it. More is all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. My friend Gabor Stibinger, Gabor Zerker at Gabor Zerker. He came out and he's actually coming out again in October, and we're going to shoot. He's actually reached out, might do some stuff with Porsche Club LA. So he's great, hanging out the car, taking pictures, does a lot of stills, and we got some really cool stuff with the Broad Museum and Walt Disney Hall, and we'll probably do some stuff uh, that's a little bit different when he comes out here. So he went home, and he lives in New Jersey, and he booked a ticket basically like maybe 3 days after he left to come back because he's looking to relocate out here. So it should be really fun to reshoot with him, and I feel safe where I can kind of yell at him and be like, "No, I don't want to do that," and he works well with.
He'll listen. Wait. I'll listen.
Oh, he listens too. Everyone has to listen, or they just don't exist in my world.
That's how you keep Laura's attention. Just do whatever she says.
Pretty much.
Fair enough. She's
Yeah.
that Porsche girl.
Yeah.
I love your little setting there. I feel like you could do, I mean, yes, you could do whatever. I don't know. I told you last time when you were here, like, you guys should do a little thing together. Why don't you do something together? Why don't you two? I mean, like, you're doing this behind the scenes thing together, and people get the beautiful artwork, and that's wonderful. And of course, we're all happy to have it. But I'm kind of enjoying just you two on the couch. Your banter is really cute. I don't know how to say it. I like you guys. I like you guys
Yeah.
together.
Adorable.
The banter's actually been fun, and it's been almost this way from the very beginning. We're just, I think, very easy to get along with people. She tolerates my sense of humor, but at the end of the day, I'm the design monkey, and she's driving, the bus. So, it's been fun. She said some really beautiful things. We celebrate our birthdays right around the same time together, and we used the money that we made from the Porsche gear to take ourselves out our birthday dinner.
Oh, I love
And
that.
there's something really nice and special about our respect for each other and the admiration and what we're building. And it's been, I don't know, again, it's hard to express the gratitude that, I've found somebody that I can, springboard my own art this way. And it's been great. We're very lucky, I think.
He gives me a lot of credit, and honestly, I feel like I'm like the editing monkey. So, but like he'll give me something, I'll be like, "Oh, the purists are gonna freak out if this isn't exactly right or whatever." So I'm like the I feel like I'm always editing I feel like it's somewhat negative, and you don't want to be negative because the work is so awesome,
I feel
But
like you're helping him focus in on what has become that Porsche gear.
yeah,
That's what I think. I feel like you're helping him focus in on something. I mean, I know what it's like to be
he's
a creative person.
there.
The ideas are plentiful. I mean, you can
Yeah,
throw them all in there. You have to pull a couple
yeah,
out so that you understand what the thing is. We all need
yeah.
that.
He's there. I mean, he could design anything. So it's really about really focusing our stuff. And then that's why abstract RPM is because this brain can't just do one thing.
Yeah.
This brain has a lot going on. It's like cauliflower. There's a lot going on. He's got other areas where he wants to, um, you know, reach into, and he has a, you know, you have a big following with BMW, and
My Chrysler
Shelby.
stuff is going to take off soon, Jay. So I contacted Detroit Shirt Company. They have the official license of Chrysler and Mopar and Jeep, and so I've got two
Whoa.
designs that are going to be officially licensed by them.
Holy
Uh,
smokes. This is
yeah,
huge.
I know. It's been amazing. Again, I I'm grateful. I'm flattered, and again, I think I owe a lot of that to Laura. I mean, honestly, like that Porsche gear is what helped put me on the map.
Well,
So
just a moment ago, she was giving a lot of that credit to you as well, Gary. I have a question. You know, she mentioned, you know, how your brain can't stop, and I know that to be true from knowing you this short time also.
yeah,
Do you feel in any way that you're making up for lost time? Because
absolutely.
okay, go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off at all with that, but yes, absolutely. I live every day, and we kind of ended the last interview that way, which is, how much can I do with what time I have left? Not just at the end of the day, but whatever sand is left in the hourglass. So that's truly how I live, Jay.
Just like a soap opera. The sands of the hourglass. That is Gary. You
Those
know?
are the days of our lives, but I like to live it while you got it. I mean, you know, we share that. And when
Yeah,
if your perspective on life has changed from whatever it was to, you know, the new place, that you just have a different thing. There's a different thing, and
yeah. I
it
mean,
must
like,
be like
hey,
becoming a
I,
parent or something where you just get that download, you know, from the universe.
no, totally. I mean, I turned 50, and I'm gonna restart my life as an artist. Like, who does that?
No time like the present.
Yeah. So
I feel like every successful artist does that because you don't get. I mean, there's some that get famous right out of the gate, right? But for anybody that I've ever loved or admired, they didn't make it for a long ass time, ever. And then one day, like one thing or some random amount of circumstances or whatever, and then the chips fell, however they did, and then something happened, and whether they changed or it was, you know, opportunity in the world or whatever. I feel like the timing is everything, and I feel like your story is unfolding exactly how it's supposed to. So I appreciate your zest for life and feeling like you have something to prove and to get as much of these ideas out while the sand is still flowing through the hourglass. But I feel like you're exactly where you're supposed to be at exactly the right time. I don't know,
no,
take that or leave
appreciate
it.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, and we always appreciate the feedback. So
For your
again,
art to be what it
a lot
is,
of
I feel like you needed to live a lot of life where you were doing other things. And now you have perspective that other people don't and wouldn't be able to put in art that you do.
right.
That's the hard thing about, you know, as you get older, you have this wealth of knowledge. You have so much under your belt, and then but then you know, the world around you doesn't so much appreciate as you get older, because, you know, I'm not 25 years old, and you know, I'm not, whatever. You feel like you're at 25. I didn't have what I have now in my arsenal, you know, and it's an
Hmm.
arsenal of knowledge and an arsenal of life experience. And now you're like, let's get this done. You know, I have a zest for life I never had when I was, you know, 19, 20, 21. You know, you think you have all the rest of the world, you know, rest of the time in the world for things to happen. But now I feel like, you know, I'm hungry. I had a friend die. And so after that, you just kind of, you buckle down and you say, you know, I'm so lucky I'm breathing. I can work out. I can, you know, have this glass of wine. I can be here with you guys. It's just, you know, you don't want to waste a minute of it. And, you know, so I think it just puts life in perspective.
Oh, it's just beautiful. It brings you back present. Being present, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
I should probably say that if you, let me ask you guys, what's the deal down in Orange County? What's the mask situation? Because if you listen to the news, it's all political, and it's like the Democrats want you to wear a mask, and the Republicans don't. And I'm not getting involved in any of that. But what I do see is like a lot of stuff on the news is Orange County's not wearing a mask, and LA is, and I know it's a case by case basis. So what have you guys experienced down there?
I wear my mask. Well, um,
Share a glass.
Yeah. Hey, do you want some? No, I work with people, and I have to wear a mask during work. I just have clients, so I go in and out,
Right.
1 and 2 hour intervals with people. And like today, I fit bathing suits, and I was standing on the outside porch of someone's house fitting, with like gardeners walking by, all sorts of
Oh my
stuff.
gosh.
Yeah, usually I'm in a fitting room, but it was a smaller company I worked with in the morning, and my big company I worked in the afternoon. But um, so we're always masked up, and it's hard though because like there's a point where you want to take it off, but we just don't at work. And we had one of my jobs had a closure because they got COVID. There was somebody with COVID,
Mm.
and so we had to close down for a week again. But I wear it. The grocery stores are now everyone's wearing it. It used to be half and half. Now you can't even walk in.
Okay.
And people are complaining less about it, but there's still, like even when we go to the Porsche events, there's people who don't want to wear the masks. And I
Sure.
don't always wear it when I'm outside. I kind of keep my distance, but if I'm going to talk to someone, I put it on.
For sure.
As long as I'm 6 feet away from someone, or usually like 10, I don't feel like I have to be as stringent about it. But there's a point where, um, I'm just worried about maybe I'm asymptomatic and I'm going to pass it to somebody who has, compromised immunities. So
That's the fear. Yeah, that's what we all. Sure. You don't want to do that.
so that's it. We don't really know much about it, like really the long-term effects and everything. So I just want to be respectful, and I think it has nothing to do with my liberties. It just is respect, and knowing that just because I'm strong, or
You're healthy.
or I'm healthy or whatever, or maybe I'm not, we don't even know,
Right.
then we don't know if we're just asymptomatic and passing it along, and we just have to respect others. And anyone who thinks otherwise, I think, is crazy. There's my political statement.
Yeah. Let me put the thing up there. That's Laura, that Porsche girl. You should follow her on
Hi.
Instagram.
That Porsche girl normally has no political affiliation. She has no opinions. She's so
No.
boring. But
No,
Laura
you're
is
fine. You're
very,
fine. We don't do it either. I was just kind of curious because it's almost like, if you watch the news, which I don't, but when you read the stories or you watch the news, it sounds like, oh, there's a line at the border and you can take your mask off as soon as you get into Orange County. It's like, gee whiz,
pretty
I don't really
much.
think it's like that, but I also haven't been down there lately, so I just wanted to see.
Yeah.
The beach is right here. It's maybe I could run there and run back in the next minute, but it's packed with people, and no one's wearing
And
masks, and no
three,
one's taking.
two, one, go.
Yeah. I'm too slow. He could do it.
That was actually a very long distance segue for me to get to. If you if you are in an area where you should be wearing a mask and you see somebody who isn't, you could say to them, "Hey, need a mask? ShopHunziker.com." That's what we did.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
his stuff is
Hunziker.com.
great. Yeah, I saw his lineup. It's spectacular. I love
We
his
we love them. They're so comfortable. You just throw them in the wash like a t-shirt. It's really great.
Yeah.
Are
We
you guys
almost
doing
did.
Are you guys doing masks?
So we looked at it, and we looked at the economics, and it was hard to make it work.
Yeah.
We're not opposed to going that route. If I can make more than $1 and not feel bad about charging somebody as much as I would have to in order to
Yeah.
do it. I mean, we've done quite a bit of work on supply chain management, and getting that Porsche gear off the ground. So if there is a way for us to get it done, I'm definitely interested in hearing from others. So I mean, yeah,
And
the
it's
short
Never
answer
never
is
say
yes.
never.
At first everyone was doing them, and I just thought, oh, everyone's doing it, let's not jump on that too.
Felt the same
uh,
way.
yeah, and so, no offense to anyone who has, obviously
No,
it's
but like you almost don't want to take away from other people's shit at that point.
yeah. And then I mean, when the Gap is doing it, and this one is doing it, and that one's doing it, I mean, like, what are we gonna how many we're
Yeah.
gonna sell, and what makes sense for us to do it, um where we're not gonna be out of pocket.
Right.
You know what though, Jay? You can actually use our shirt as a mask. So there's one way of skinning that cat.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that. That was my first mask. My first mask. Everyone was making all these how to tutorials or whatever. I literally just cut the sleeve off of a shirt. I was like,
That's what my boyfriend did.
wore it
Yeah.
like a gator. Yeah, just right over the neck. It
Yeah.
worked fine.
Yeah.
I mean, in the beginning, before we knew that you're not supposed to wear gaiters now or something. I don't know. Let's see. You guys both have pretty cool cars. Do either of you have Haggerty insurance? It's okay if you don't. I'm just curious.
I just got rid of. I sold a car and I had Haggerty on it, and actually, we have Haggerty on the 911 and the 930.
Yeah, I was going to say probably, knowing you guys.
Yeah.
I'm asking for a reason. It's because one of our sponsors for the show happens to be St. Clair Insurance.
Oh,
You know, they say all that separates men from the boys is the coverage for their toys. St. Clair Insurance has coverage for your toys. Go to coverageforyourtoys.com. And you guys, it's not just collector cars. It's if it's your regular car, it's your house, it's your business. If you've got an RV, if you've got, and I said that like Cousin Eddie, if you got an RV,
hey.
and we're taking it with us when we leave here next month, jet ski, boat, all that stuff, anything. If you got a cool van down by the river, you can insure it with St. Clair Insurance. Get it. Get St.
Is it
Clair Insurance.
Claire or Saint Clair?
Saint Clair. I sometimes I say it so quickly it sounds like Sinclair, like that old gas company, fuel
Claire.
company.
I'm gonna
Saint
check
Clair.
it out.
How are you guys doing? Do you feel good about this? We've done the hour.
Yeah.
He has to
Appreciate-
go to a dinner.
Yeah, appreciate
Oh.
the airtime.
Oh, good. Did we cover everything that you needed to that we wanted to plug and
The only
let everybody
yeah,
know?
the only thing we want to let everybody know is that the entire month of September we're doing a standing offer on the Porsche Gear site. The code is PCAR, all capitals, 10 for 10% off. And then
Sorry, I don't have a Chiron for that.
Yeah, that's
PCAR
okay.
10.
Yeah, PCAR 10. And then starting tomorrow, which is 9/11, all of our 9/11 stuff is going to be on sale for 20% off. And that code is going to be TPG 911.
And then
Brilliant.
the following days we have for each, because it's basically Porsche month.
Right,
so we're
right,
going
right.
to do 911, 912, which we have
914.
product for, and we have 914 product as well, mugs and shirts.
Yep.
So this one will be 20% off tomorrow.
Love it.
The
This is-
930 is that
This
the
is actually the
930? Oh, it's
911
RS.
27.
Sorry,
Yes,
this is
this
the
will be
RS.
911.
Okay, so this will be tomorrow as well, but like the 930 will be on 930.
Your shirt is on sale tomorrow.
Your shirt's on sale. So
The
anything
111.
with tomorrow.
Yeah, the only two other days that we have covered are the 928 and a 930.
And 914, 912. Yeah.
Yep. So we're
Awesome.
going to have special codes for each of those days.
But everybody should just go to thatporschegear.com, right? That's where
Please.
that's the main hub.
Yeah. At that
You
Porsche
can get there
Gear.
through Instagram probably, but
We
Yes.
have a link
Yep.
to the site.
I love it. I love
We
it.
appreciate the plug for sure.
Well, I love you guys. I'm so fond of both of you individually, and now that you're an entity together, it's the same reason I told you, with you and Chris. Like, I'm so excited to see what you guys do together.
Yeah.
You're stronger in numbers than individual. It is what
Yeah,
it is.
absolutely. We're always looking for new ways and creative ways to partner with others. So anybody that's listening to the show and wants to get in touch through you, absolutely, all day long.
Love it. Love it. All right. Well, I love you, Laura. I love you, Gary. It is what it is.
Thank you.
I mean that every bit.
We appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
And happy belated birthday.
Oh, thanks, you guys. All right, goodbye. Thank you very much for Laura and Gary for being here this evening. We really, really appreciate your time. Gary, go to breakfast or go to dinner, and I hope to see you at breakfast one of these days over at Good Vibes Breakfast Club. You too, Laura. You came up at one point, and then was the drive too much for you? I can't remember. Was there drama?
No, we had just rebuilt the 930 and we had a lot of fun. Actually, I went with
good.
Paul from Auto Kennel and Kip Cyrus from Swink Rides and Lee, my boyfriend, and we all just filmed some stuff and we had fun. And no, it was pretty good. Lee had a hard time the next week because everyone got flat tires that week. It was really weird. Like 3 people
I
got
heard
flat.
about that. Yeah, they came up the other side from Wrightwood, and everybody got
Yeah.
a blowout.
So Lee fixed 3 tires in a matter of 2 days. So that was interesting. The 930 got one
So
too.
he's the jack monkey too.
Oh, he does everything. He even ruins our show with his noise. He's a noise monkey sometimes.
I thought that was great. All right, you guys, I love you.
you soon.
Let's see. To my friend at home, let's see. If you get a chance, check out the Smoking Tire episode with Vinny Russo. What I was saying before was he's the guest for the episode, but he was doing it satellite from Florida, and after about 25 minutes, for some reason, his feed cut out. and we didn't know if his phone died or what. But so we just continued it. Mrs. Ryan was there as well. She was just supposed to audit. She was going to sit in the lounge and watch. And Matt was like, "Oh, you just stay here, have a mic." So Mrs. Ryan and myself are also on the Smoking Tires sort of again, but whatever. It is what it is. It was really just a cruise show. But Vinny Russo is awesome. And let's see. We are going to try the Good Vibes Breakfast Club Donuts and Distancing tomorrow. Don't know what's going on with the fires and everything else. It'll have to be a morning call. But we're definitely going. And thanks to Joe Serenity, who sent me a PayPal, sponsored the donuts for tomorrow. Donuts and coffee. So we're going up. We're going to give it a go. I think Auto Kennel might as well. There's a few other people I know are coming. And we'll be back with you here on Tuesday for Tuesdays with Tori, where we find out what's going on with Cobra Kai, and we find out if he bought a VW or not. I know there's some cars that were up in the air. I love you. Love you very much at home. Please love one another. Mrs. Ryan and myself. Just... I don't know. It's a weird time. It's a special time, and I'm choosing to think of it in a positive way. And I believe that we are going to come out of this stronger. And hang in there. See you out there. Love you.
Oh, TLG. Oh, interesting.
They're still there.
I am
Still
here.
there. It's an Easter egg. They're still there.
He just ran out of here. Thank you for that.
I think it's hysterical. Well, I hope you had fun. We loved having you.
All right. Well, tell Mrs. Brian I said hi.
Talk to you later.